Welcome to the first video for the Spark Minds box, a box by UTC Electrical Engineering. But before we put together box 1, let's take a look inside. Now let's take a look at how box 1 works. Inside we get a simple battery. This simple battery will have a positive end and a negative end. The positive end puts out a positive charge, and the negative end puts out a negative charge. This will be connected together by a simple circuit where electricity will flow from the positive end to the negative end. Now, if we add in something simple like a light, this will make the light light up. Now, what if we add a break in the circuit? The light will obviously turn off. If we replace this by a switch, the light will still be off until we reconnect this switch. Now that is the basics of how this box will work. Let's get into building it. Inside that box will be some copper tape, a button battery, an LED, and a button. You will also need some scissors, and finally a surface to work with. This can be paper or the box that it came with. First, we're going to figure out which side of our LED is the positive and which side of our LED is the negative. So let's take our LED here. We have 2 prongs on this LED. And then we take our battery. And then you're going to stick those prongs in between the battery. Then you're going to rotate it around until it works. This means that the long side is our positive and the short side is our negative. You'll need to keep this in mind. Now we're going to lay our first piece of copper. Next, you will need to place the battery. Keep in mind which side you're putting down. The positive side is labeled with a plus sign. With the positive side of the battery facing up, we will put our second piece of copper tape. Now we will place another small stretch of copper tape. Now place a stretch of copper tape for the positive side of your LED. And then place a piece of copper tape for the negative side of your LED. Then bend the prongs over in your LED so that they would fit flat on the surface. You will then connect the circuit with your LED and place 2 small pieces of copper tape over top the prongs. And as you can see, we have completed our simple circuit. Positive charge is flowing through the wire, reaching the LED, and then going through to the negative end of the battery, as seen right here. And if we remove the power source, the LED turns off. Now, how can we do this without removing the power source? First, remove this section of copper wire right here. Next, get your button and then bend out the prongs like so. Next, spread out the prongs so we have a greater distance to work with. The final result should look something like this. Next, we will place a short section of copper wire right next to the other section of copper wire. This is where our button will go. Next, we will connect this small section of wire to the rest of the circuit. Now, we will place our button like so, making sure that the long end of the prongs are parallel with the long ends like so. Finally, we will place small pieces of copper tapes over the prongs to create a secure connection. Finally, your circuit will look like this. Now you will notice our LED is not on. This is because there is a break in the circuit where electricity cannot flow through. However, when we press the button, this connects the circuit and powers the LED on. Thank you for joining me in the creation of Box 1, and I hope you enjoy your circuit. And remember, it doesn't just have to be a boring LED and circuit. You can put this into anything. Use your creativity and spark your mind.